Hey guys, welcome. Today I wanted to work on solving one-step equations because I did do a short on it, but obviously I may need to do a little more. And sometimes the one-step equation can get a little complex. Sometimes it's just not one step. It might be a little extra. And then there's two-step equations, which I'll do very soon. So let's look back at one-step equations. And let's do maybe 2 or 3 so you get a better idea of the process. So my directions always to students is to read the problem first and to get a little understanding. 2x take away 7 equals 19. So 2 times some number. When you take away 7 from that number together, you get 19. We don't know what that number is, but we're about to figure it out. Step number 1 is you isolate that variable. Okay? You want to get rid of all these numbers so you can isolate that x. So let's try to get to isolating that x to figure out what that x is. So first thing we're going to do is get rid of the negative 7. Okay. My marker never works. So I'm going to plus 7. And I'm going to plus 7 over here. Now this will cancel it out because a negative and a positive cancels it all out. So over here I have 19 plus 7 will give you 26. Of course this is a positive 26. The 7 is positive and the 19 was positive. So now that this is gone, we're going to bring the 2x down. So we have 2x equals 26. Now we need to isolate for x, but we can't because there's a 2 next to it. So let's get rid of the 2. Divide the 2 by 2. That gives you 1. So the 2 is gone. And if I divide this side by 2, remember my old rule, I have to divide this side by 2. So let's carry the x down. All right, because we got rid of the 2. X equals 26 divided by 2. Let's do it. 2 goes into 26, 13, right? And x is 13. And you can always go back and plug your number in. Alrighty, let's say we plug the 13 in just to check it. 2 times 13 is 26. 26 take away 7 will give you 19. Always, it's very good to check your answers to make sure they work out. All right, let's try another one. All righty, I have to get me a new board. This is not ideal or perfect, but I'm just starting out. I have nothing right now. All right, let's do another one. All right, I'm going to do another 2. So another 2x plus 2 equals 16. This is very similar to the one we just did so that you're getting better at it. Obviously, my first step is to get rid of this 2. Positive and a negative cancels out to a 0. What I do to one side, I do it to the next. So I'm going to bring the 2 over here. 16 take away 2 gives me 14. I'm going to bring my 2x down, right down. So 2x is equal to 14. I got to get rid of this 2 so I can isolate my x. I'm going to divide it out. 2 goes into 2, 1. So now we have 1x is equal to 14, or aka x is equal to 14. But remember what I did to one side, I do to the other. So I also divide this side by 2. 2 goes into 14, 7. X equals 7. Okay? Again, let's plug it in. 2 times 7 gives me 14. 14 plus 2, this is the original number sentence, equals 16. Check. Because whenever you get that solve for x, you want to make sure that you go back and plug it in, or you could do it mentally. Either way, you want to make sure you are on the right path. Let's try another one. I wanted to do one maybe that doesn't look that straightforward. Sometimes the equations are written all sorts of ways and they're not so straightforward. All right, maybe I'll do a bigger number this time. 8x. Forget the 2x. Okay, plus 12 equals 52. I'm doing larger numbers. I'll do one more after this. Again, the goal, keep that x, ultimately get that x by itself. But for now, it's stuck to the 8. All right, get rid of the 12. This is our first step in isolating the variable here. So that cancels. What I do to one side, I do to the other. 52 take away 12, 2 take away 2 is 0, 5 take away 1 is 4. Bring my 8x down. Bring my equal down. So now I still can't solve because, wow, I have an 8 next to it. So I'm going to divide this by 8. 8 goes into 8, 1. So I have 1x or x. 1x and x is the same thing. X is 1x. I bring my x down. I bring my equal down. I divided this side by 8. So I divide this side by 8. So 8 goes into 45 times. So x is equal to 5. All right. And again, bring that 5 back up and plug it in. So we have 8 times 5 is really 40 plus the original 12 will give you 52. Check. Always do your balance and check. All right. I think we can do one more. I'm going to give you one that looks a little crazy maybe. That doesn't look so straightforward. Sometimes students get scared when the numbers aren't so straight. Sometimes it's not as straight as the one I just showed you. So this one I'm going to give you is, I'm going to give you one that looks like a fraction. I was trying to think of one. Sometimes you see a fraction. Again, we're isolating for x. So we got to watch everything. Okay, plus 2 equals 11. So look at how my equation is written. It's not 4x plus 2. It's x over 4. This is actually a fraction. Plus 2 equals 11. What number, when divided by 4, plus 2 will give you 11? Again, let's start out slow by getting rid of here and slowly beginning to isolate the x. So cancel, bring it on this side. So this side we're up to 9. So let's bring our x over 4 is equal to 9, but that's not x. So what is x? All right, so we're going to times by 4 so we can get rid of this 4. And I'm also going to times this side by 4 because whatever I do here, I do here. Because remember, the goal is to keep the equation balanced or equivalent. Keep them the same. All right, I times this by 4. It becomes 4x over 4, and I cancel the 4, and I'm left with the x. So I bring the x down. I bring my equal down. 4 times 9 equals 36. So x is 36. Let's plug it in. 36 over 4. 4 goes into 36 9 times. So that becomes a 9 plus the 2 equals 11. Check. So those are some simple ones. I'm going to dig and find some more complicated ones, and I'll come back with solving one-step equations part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like or you're learning, don't forget to like, don't forget to follow, Don't forget to share with a friend or a classmate. Thank you, guys.